Do you know the story behind your zodiac sign? This is probably my most requested zodiac sign. Here's the origin story of Taurus. So we all know Persephone was the goddess of spring who had to spend half her time with Hades in the underworld and the other half on Earth. But what you probably didn't know is that there's actually more to this story. And it involves a wild bull that was completely out of control. This bull was called Taurus and people were terrified of him. He destroyed everything in the village. No local farmers owned him and no one knew where he came from. But one day Persephone appeared after her half of the year in the underworld was finished. That's when she found Taurus stomping on some flowers near the village. She went up to him and they quickly formed a bond together. Persephone was able to calm him, teaching him patience and kindness. Since then, every year Persephone would return, and as they walked together, spring flowers would appear behind their footsteps. And in the fall, when it was time for Persephone to return to the underworld to Hades, Taurus would also return to the sky as a constellation of Taurus. But which zodiac sign should I talk about next? Follow to see the rest of the series. Do you know the story behind your zodiac sign? Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite zodiac sign stories. This is the origin story of Scorpio. Once there was a great hunter named Orion who wanted to completely rid the world of all animals. He grew very arrogant and thought that there was no animal that could defeat him. So Mother Earth, or Gaia, sent Scorpio to unalive Orion and protect the animals. Scorpio attacked Orion during their battle and stung him with his large stinger, winning the fight. Because of this, Scorpio was able to save the animals, which led to Zeus wanting to honor Scorpio's bravery by raising it up to the heavens. However, Artemis, who really admired Orion, requested that even though Orion lost the fight, that he should be honored in the same way. Zeus agreed and placed Orion and Scorpio on opposite sides of the sky, and that's why even today, Scorpio can be seen chasing Orion across the sky. So the origin story of Scorpio is really to teach us to never be too arrogant and always try to protect others in need. Quite a nice takeaway from the story. But which zodiac sign should I talk about next? Follow to see the rest of the series. Do you know the story behind your zodiac sign? In this series, I'm going to draw each zodiac sign and tell you their backstory. First, we have the story of Gemini, which focuses on immortality and the strong bond between siblings. So we all know that the sign of Gemini is made up of two twins, but these two twins actually have a name and a pretty interesting backstory. Their names were Castor and Pollux, who both had the same mortal mother named Leda, but they had different fathers, making one of them immortal and the other one not. Castor's father was the king of Sparta, and Pollux's father was Zeus, making Pollux immortal. Castor and Pollux had a really strong bond together, but Castor was unfortunately injured and passed away in battle. Pollux was inconsolable after Castor's passing and didn't want to ever be without his brother, so he decided to go to Zeus for help. Zeus decided that rather than taking away Pollux's immortality, he would just make Castor immortal too, and allow them both to be transformed into the constellation of Gemini so they can live together forever. This story, out of all of the other zodiac sign stories, does have kind of a happy ending. Which zodiac sign should I talk about next? Follow to see the rest of the series.